Yes, today I'm going to talk about doping once again. So the illusion of the fitness world, because it's very important to me. So just maybe you want to watch the previous video, which is right here in this moment, and then come back to this one after the intro. Hello everybody and welcome back to Live Healthy, Look Good. As I anticipated before the intro, I'm going to talk again about the illusion of the world of fitness. That happens because I constantly receive requests from people asking, is this guy on steroid? Do you think he's natural? They always refer to bodybuilders because are the ones with the most obvious outcome, you know. And so, because I think that the people who have a genuine passion for this sport, for bodybuilding, and even the ones who want to just look big without doing bodybuilding, because you know there is the calisthenic things and everything, you can become big with several disciplines. I think that you deserve to know the truth. So let's talk about first thing, why a person decides to become huge. Person decides to become huge because he's not happy about the current status of his her body, which is perfectly fine. Nobody is always happy about the way they look like, me neither, but there is a threshold. Now, once this threshold is passed, if the person is really unhappy and there's nothing more important than becoming huge, what they do is they start cheating, which means start taking medicines, steroids. I don't want to advocate anything about the legal usage of these substances or the collateral damages that they provide or they provoke to one's body. I really don't mind. I really don't care. You can do it. You can do it if you like. As I said in the previous video, the only thing is you should admit you do it so that other people will know, and if they want to become as big as you are, if you are on steroid of course and you're watching me, you should tell them so that they will know, okay, if I want to become that big, I have to follow that path, because there is no way for me otherwise to become as big as that guy, which is exactly what that guy often means, making you think that he is unreachable. And these guys also, most of them, I hope, they started with a natural and genuine passion. Then the will to become that big was greater than the fear of the side effects of these things, which often happen and may kill you, or however may limit your life at the later stage, or even at a not so later stage. We have examples of people passing away because of use of substances and they were young. But that's not what I want to talk about. So let's say what happens exactly. I've been telling you, if you've been watching my previous videos, that we are designed to work in a certain way, which means saving energies as fat, storing energies as fat, because our body is not designed to live in the modern world where food is always available and there's always a lot of food available. So we are designed to eat today because we don't know when we're going to eat again. And therefore, also, we have a very, very low sense of satiety or satiety when you feel full, anyway, because that's what happens when a lion eats whatever animal they kill. They eat all the thing. They don't keep it for later. Their stomachs just swells and they really fill themselves up as much as they can. Because that threshold, that signal to be full, it's not very efficient, because exactly we are designed not to live in food abundance. So we need to to fill our stomach as much as possible, because we don't know when we will eat again. Also, when we use energy, our body is not waiting to finish, for instance, glycogens before converting fat into energy or proteins into energy. What our body does is, okay, I use preferably the glycogens in the muscles when I train, but I also, I take some from the fat. And if I really see that I'm running out of stuff, before I run out of stuff, I start picking from the liver as well and just recompose all the molecules and create energy from the proteins, which are the very unlikely source of energy that our body wants to use. I didn't speak about it yet. I will. So let's see it under a different perspective. Let's pretend there is a father of a family, a very responsible one, with his bank account, with his savings and his balance. He knows that in the next 5 months he has to spend a lot of money, and he knows he has these savings. So he will manage these savings in a way that his balance, his account, will keep having money as much as possible. Now let's pretend he can access to an endless money. He will keep money because he doesn't want to waste them. So okay, let's pretend he doesn't want to buy a Ferrari or whatever, the yacht or whatever. He will put a lot of that money in the savings, because you never know what happens tomorrow. And that's the way I believe our body works in terms of fat and muscles. Okay, be aware, this is not an official statement, this is just my point of view. But if you want to recognize when a person is on steroids or not, because I got some experience, I can tell you if somebody is on steroids, or it looks like he is on steroids, or if he's surely not. I also use this principle, which is exactly what I'm going to tell you. As I said in the previous video, that will be here in a second, the lean mass is a costly tissue, which means that it needs energies to be kept, while the fat mass is not a costly tissue, which means I can pile it up as much as I want and it won't be very expensive. If I don't move, it will stay there and it won't cost me anything. So let's use this example of the father of a family, very responsible, with no ambitions of wasting money. That's our body. Our body knows we have huge masses of muscles, lean tissue, which cost a lot. What happens if we don't eat for 5 days? We need fat, because we don't want to lose that mass, or we don't want to lose the performance given by that mass. So along with muscles, our body wants to have the fat to support that muscle in case we starve. That's it. So whenever you see a guy who looks like the Hulk, shredded, and is not participating to a bodybuilding competition, so it's always 365 days a year looking that way, you should suspect that guy is not reachable naturally. Okay, I'm not saying that everybody is on steroids. I don't even want to say who I think is and who I think is not. I may be wrong. However, if you have that person as a role model, or as your goal to look like that person, just think, if you can't make it, and if you really do everything you can to make it, it's probably because nobody can make it, not only you. Okay, unless you start using chemicals that alterate your metabolism, alterate the way your body behaves in terms of using fat and building muscles. Because if you use steroids and you don't train, you become anyway stronger, and you may be as strong as a person who doesn't use anything and trains, even if you do nothing, just because you have steroids. I mean, if you use steroids and you chew, even your chewing muscles grow. That doesn't, it makes you grow. That's it. And then if you use other medicines, they will make you lose fat rather than muscles. And you don't even need to eat properly. You don't need to do any effort. You don't need to know anything, which is exactly what these people on steroids often do. Know nothing. So don't let these people trick you. Also, another thing, you cannot change your bone structure. If you have, like, I use always Sylvester Stallone in this example because he has a very beautiful, he still has, but in Rambo and Rocky, he had very beautiful physique. It's a very nice V-shaped man with very narrow hips and very wide shoulders. That's genetics, guy. There's nothing, if you don't board with the wide shoulders and the narrow hips, you won't make it with training, okay? That's your bones. So also, if you're honest with yourself, you will see, if you're overweight, you can certainly notice less, because your waistline would be anyway bigger than it could be because of the fat. But if you're already lean and you have your hips that are nearly as narrow as your shoulders, there's really nothing you can do. And it's not, even if you take steroids, you will keep growing. Yes, of course, it will be a nice body, a beautiful body anyway, but it won't be the body that you may want because you weren't born that way. And that's another thing you should know. I really hope I made these videos because I want people to know that it's not always possible to achieve what they have in mind and what the media and all this marketing tools show you. If you really try hard and if you do all you can and you can't, maybe it's because it's not possible. Maybe because it's not possible for you, maybe it's because it's not possible for anybody. And then if you want to cheat, go ahead and cheat. Actually, the use of steroids and all these chemicals to improve one's, I would say, not only performance, actually, I wouldn't speak about performance because there are steroids for performance, but your aesthetics are the ones that people don't want to admit. I mean, it's easier for a heroin addicted to confess, yes, I have a heroin addiction, than a Jewish bodybuilder to admit, yes, I use steroids because I want to look better, because they want you to think that they are that way because they can. And so, yeah, if you look at the regular bodybuilder at the gym, the shorter the limbs, the easier to become big. Okay, because all the proteins that make these muscles, they are needed in less amounts. While, of course, if you have a long arm or a long leg, you need more proteins to make a huge volume. So, yeah, if you have a concentration of the proteins in this length, it's one thing compared to this length. But they also are a little fat in the fat side because they're big, and those muscles, your body doesn't want to get rid of that fat because your body doesn't know it won't need to use it. So that's what happens if you want to be lean and huge. Okay, you can do it. Bodybuilders who do competitions, I would say natural bodybuilders who do competitions, they just, when they go in the definition phase before a competition, they really do something that is not sustainable 365 days a year. They really go through insane diet and also insane usage of liquids, fluids. Okay, they don't drink before a competition for a certain amount of days because they want to go there with the less thickness possible in their skin. But also, before they reach the definition phase, they bulk up a lot of muscles that they lose during the definition because that's what you trade. That's your currency. There's nothing you can do. They become huge and fat. Then they try to get rid of as much fat as possible by keeping as many muscles as possible. But eventually, lots of those muscles will go away because that's the way we're made. That's the way our body works. So I hope I gave you some peace of mind and also some advices to understand that there are people out there who are just lying to you to make you feel like you are worthless, or not to feel themselves worthless, one of the two or both. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope not to have to do one more. This one happened because I was asked from in the Italian community about a guy who then said he was really offended by the comments that somebody wrote on his channel due to the fact that he had shown his body transformation in 1 year. It was like a stick and became like the Hulk. And people were asking him, okay, what steroids did you use and things like that. And he made another video saying, oh, I don't use any steroids, I don't spend my time with a syringe injecting me every 2 hours, I am natural. No, he is not. And that's why I made this video. I won't, of course, tell you who I'm talking about, but it was really affecting me because I care of people who want to improve. But I would like to, however, transfer my knowledge to you. And okay, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't have the experience of a bodybuilder. I wouldn't certainly be the one who can tell you what kind of diet follow for a definition before a contest. Above all, if you talk about contests, I wouldn't be able to follow you. But still, I know quite a few things about how our body works and how people should train and what people should eat, because that's what I do. And trust me, I'm not big, but I'm not even weak. I just don't look huge because I have no interest. And however, I train and I know what I do and I know what I eat. So yeah, if you like to take these pieces of advices, just it's okay. If you don't like them, okay, you can keep following the guys who are literally lying to your face and giving you the illusion that you could become like them if you buy whatever product they sell you or book they sell you or whatever. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, just leave a thumb up, please. If you want to subscribe, I will speak mostly about nutrition and training rather than these things, but I had to do it. And also there is the ring bell icon if you want to receive notifications whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hopefully I will talk about proteins. Bye!